Let's go back now to the shooting in Wallasey, Merseyside. One woman was killed, 3 men are in hospital, and the police have launched a murder investigation. Joining me now from the scene, Sky's Fraser Maud. And Fraser, we are expecting an update from police this afternoon.
That's right, we're expecting a press conference to begin any minute now. Effectively, it was due to take place at past. It's just been put back slightly delayed, but we will be hearing from the police in the near future. We'll be hearing from the Assistant Chief Constable, Jenny Sims, and from Detective Superintendent Sue Coombs, who will be explaining what the situation is at the moment and how the inquiry, how this murder investigation is progressing. The only statement we've had from police so far was to say that this is an investigation which is, of course, in its very early stages. A statement earlier on today from Detective Superintendent Dave McCragan said this investigation is in the early stages. This is a truly shocking and devastating incident, he says, that has happened just before Christmas Day in a busy venue full of young people. He explains that we have a number of officers at Wallasey Village who are carrying out extensive inquiries to understand exactly what has taken place and to take immediate action. A woman has tragically lost her life at Christmas, while several people are being treated in hospital, and our thoughts and condolences are with the victim's family. Now, it's unclear what further details the police are going to give in terms of their investigation, how much detail they're going to go into at this stage of the investigation during this press conference that's due to take place in a few moments' time. It could well be that it's just a fresh appeal for information. Of course, we know from events in Liverpool earlier on this year in August, when 3 people were killed in shooting incidents. 9-year-old Olivia Pratt-Corbell was one of them, Ashley Dale, a 28-year-old woman, and 22-year-old Sam Rimmer, all shot and killed in Liverpool within the space of a couple of weeks in August, and that prompted a huge clampdown on gun crime by police in the city, by Merseyside police, as they tried to get on top of the gun crime situation in the city. They also came up against what we kept constantly hearing about was this code of silence, a wall of silence in the city, that whenever there is any gang-related activity, and certainly of this extent that involves the use of firearms and so on, that people are unwilling or unable to come forward and give the police information, either through a misplaced sense of loyalty or through fear for their own safety. So I'm sure that will be potentially something that the police are talking about now. They won't want to come up against that wall of silence yet again. They'll be hoping that people will come forward and give them as much information as they can. We know that the incident happened shortly before midnight, about 10 to midnight last night in the pub here just behind me. A number of shots were fired, a volley of shots effectively, maybe as many as 9 or 10. That suggests that either multiple weapons might have been used in this incident, or certainly that it was a semi-automatic weapon in order for it to be able to fire as many shots as some of the eyewitnesses are telling us that they heard. It left 1 young woman dead, 3 men now still in hospital being treated for gunshot wounds, and several other people injured as well, potentially in the mayhem that ensued following the outbreak of gunfire as people desperately tried to get away from the pub. We've even heard reports from some of the local residents here that garden fences and gates and so on have been smashed and trampled as people tried to make good their escape. There is a strong police presence here. There's more than a dozen police cars, both marked and unmarked, as police continue with their investigations. We're seeing house-to-house inquiries continuing here with plainclothes and uniformed officers, and we've seen those familiar sights at scenes like this of the white forensic coats of the scientific support units as they examine the pub, try and gather as much evidence as they possibly can. To effect that and to preserve the integrity of the scene, there is a cordon in place. Several streets around here are currently cordoned off, and it's likely that that will remain in place. This cordon will remain in place certainly for the rest of today, probably through much of tomorrow as well, as police try and gather the information that they need to effect a swift arrest and bring the person who's responsible for this terrible, tragic crime on the eve of Christmas to justice as quickly as possible. We've also had statements from the local MP here, Dame Angela Eagle. She's tweeted today saying that this is heartbreaking news. My thoughts are with the family of the woman who's died and those who are injured. Anyone with any information, she says, please tell the police. We've also had a statement from the owners of the Lighthouse pub here, who said that the shooting was a tragedy beyond any words. They also say that their thoughts are with the friends and family of our customers, and in particular our hearts go out to the family of our customer who has sadly lost her life. One of the main things police will want information about, as well as the people responsible for this, is the potential source of escape. They believe that the person responsible for the shooting made good their escape in a dark-coloured car. They think it was potentially a Mercedes car, and they're asking anyone who may have any footage of that vehicle, either before or after midnight last night as it was driving to here or away from here, whether that be on dashcam footage, CCTV footage, or simple eyewitness reports, to get in touch with them as a matter of urgency. So we wait to hear what more details the police can tell us about what happened here last night. At the moment, as I say, all we know is that the incident happened, gunshots were fired, 4 people received gunshot wounds. One of them, a young lady, sadly died in hospital, and we now await further updates from Merseyside Police.
OK, Fraser, thank you. We'll return to Merseyside when that press conference starts. The police are due to get that underway within the next half an hour. For the moment, though, Fraser Maud on the Wirral, thank you.